वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yeah, Rohit had a question before we start. So Rohit, what's your question?
Swamiji, in the last class, in the verse number 3,
Yeah?
translation it's written as from fear of him fire burns. The in the translation.
Yeah, that out of fear the whole thing is, everything is functioning, right? That one, that verse.
Yeah, from fear, as in because of him fire burns, we understand.
Yeah.
Fire, fear
Yeah.
coming from him.
Yeah. See, it is not to be taken literally as fear. It is more indicative of Ishvara's order. You follow discipline, etc., because there is an order there. You are in awe of it a bit. What the idea is, even the devatas, because Indra, Varuna, Agni, etc., are devatas. They are in awe of Ishvara, just that much. And it is Ishvara's order that is functioning in the world. Order, I don't mean like hukum, command. Not that sense. I'm not meaning it in that sense, okay? As a written order or a verbal order. Not in that sense. Order as a very structure of things. The way things are meant to be. Like I will talk about gravitational order or the order of physics, for example. It is not that somebody has signed an order that all things should fall towards the center of the earth. Yeah, but that is a natural physical order. In that sense, we are using the word order. Okay, yeah. So out of the order of Ishvara, everything functions. So that order is presented as Bishatmat, etc. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. So we saw the first 4 verses of that canto last time. Now, he says, he had ended it by saying, if you know it here, then there is clarity in your life. There is purpose and fulfillment in your life. That's what he had ended up the last verse by saying that. Now, going forward, he says, यथा आदर्शे तथा आत्मनि यथा स्वप्ने तथा पितृलोके यथा अप्सु परिवदर्शे तथा गंधर्वलोके छाया तपयोः इव ब्रह्मलोके. He is talking about the clarity of knowledge that you can gain in various dimensions. Okay? Or if you have put in the effort but not gained it completely, which can happen to all of us. Probably some of us were like that yoga brashtas from a previous lifetime. That we tried it last lifetime, didn't get it, so we have picked up the threads again this lifetime. Most likely that is the case for all of us. Okay? Especially those of us who started young. So that is most likely the case. So the question is, if with this knowledge you go and try to, by some process of mananam, etc., gain it in other lokas, how will it be? Okay? So he says, yatha atmini, meaning here, it is like seeing your face in a mirror. Meaning, it can be very crystal clear, you will know it completely. Atmani there means, yatha atmani here. Okay? In this loka, where you are right now, you can have gained the knowledge crystal clear. Because gurus are available. You may have to fine tune your mind. You may have to find the right guru, etc. Find a sampradaya with teacher and get exposed to that and not get confused with all the other notions that are going around. A sampradaya with notions that are going around in the name of spirituality and Vedanta. If you may have to deal with all that, but it's possible to gain crystal clear knowledge in this lifetime itself on earth. In fact, really speaking, on earth alone you will gain the knowledge. Then what happens if you go to Pitraloka with this knowledge? He says, Yatha swapne tatha Pitraloke. Because Pitraloka is a couple of lokas higher than this person loka. After death you will go there. And probably in Kali Yuga, that's all most people will go. They won't go higher than Pitraloka because not done enough karma for that. Not done enough meditations for that. By meditation, I don't mean Vedantic meditation. I mean other types of meditation. Upasanas. Okay, we don't done so much of that. By the way, in the camp, you will get introduced to a few upasanas from Bhairava Tantra, etc. Okay, in a simplified form. Okay, so those are coming, want to come for the camp, register fast. Okay, yeah. Something new, something different will be this thing shown. Okay. Okay. So, in Pitraloka, if you go, how will you? Who will go higher? Maybe the soldiers will go higher to Veera Swarga. Those soldiers who die in battle may go higher to Veera Swarga. Other than that, nobody goes to higher lokas. So in Pitraloka, how will it be? What will be your clarity of knowledge? Like a dream. Whatever you studied on earth, you will remember it like a dream. कुछ किया था एक जमाने में मैं गया था कोई गुरु के साथ once upon a time I had met this guru, been with him for some time. थोड़ा कुछ था. What exactly is आत्मज्ञान? कुछ था सत्यम जैसा कुछ. You know, it is vague, indistinct. Why is Pitraloka? You're meeting all your ancestors, have a good time. I don't know how much of good time you can have with your ancestors looking on. Ask the youngsters here, if your father or mother is looking on, how much of a good time will you have? You'll have to tell you, please sit here, I'll just go and come. थोड़ा सोमा जूस पी के आता है बोलना पड़ेगा. And you'll go to that find your father also come there to have some soma juice. Then you're okay. I mean, this is how it is in Pitraloka. Okay, it's a loka for enjoyment, for fun, to take a break from the struggles of earth. So, but Vedanta will be like a dream for you. There is indistinct. And I should have paid some more attention. ऐसे करने का था. Maybe when I go down again, I will do that. Yeah. It will be very, very indistinct. Okay. Gandharvaloka. Gandharvaloka is a loka for musicians, okay? For all who are in fine arts, performing arts, etc. Place in Gandharvaloka is guaranteed. Okay? Yeah. Because Gandharvas are the divine gifted artists. Any field, they are the ones who excel. So how will you see it? Like how you see your reflection in water. And the water is not very steady. It's not the still water. Yeah. Have you ever, you will say, oh, the sea is as still as a mill pond. Oh, बोलने के लिए ठीक है. Why? Because we are used to storms. So people who are like us who are used to storms, they say, oh, the sea is very calm. But do you think you can see your reflection in the sea? So it will be like that. Again, indistinct, very indistinct. In any loka, all the 5 lokas above earth, the self-knowledge will be indistinct only. Nor will you find a guru there, because someone who is Shotriya and Brahmanishta will not be in any of those lokas. He will not be there. What are they doing there? They got nothing to do with that loka. They are one with Brahman itself, not in any of these lokas. So you won't find a guru there. So you can't study fresh. From whom will you study? But Yama is there, na? I'll learn from Yama. He's too busy. He has to gather too many lives. Nachiketa, he taught that was an exception. Yeah. Yeah. All right, then what? Chaya tapayoho iva brahmaloke. But in Brahmaloka, you can get it as clear as light and darkness. Brahmaloka is only other loka where you will gain this knowledge. All that you have studied on earth, you will remember there. That clarity will be there. But obviously, you have not completed your studies, otherwise, you wouldn't have gone to Brahmaloka. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? Wait until the cycle of creation is getting over. Right now, the cycle is on. No? Fresh stars are being created, planets are being born. Creation is on. When the reversal starts, Rudra takes over. Dissolution starts. हाँ ब्रह्मा जी will say अभी थोड़ा टाइम है चलो बैठो. But by that time you have spent thousands of lifetimes in enjoyment. How much will your mind be there? It's like some of the people here. Swamiji, I came for so many camps and all. Now my mind is not there in coming for a camp. I'm talking of people in Bombay. मेरे को ये करने का है, मेरे को वो करने का है. I have to go for this puja, I have to go for that puja. अच्छा है, कर लो. So ब्रह्मलोक में भी ऐसा हो सकता है. You can be distracted from the ultimate goal of moksha because of other things that are happening. Unless your commitment is that good. Then taught by Brahmaji, you will gain your freedom. Yeah. Taught by Brahmaji, you will gain your freedom. Brahmaji will become the ultimate teacher. Why was that necessary? Because Brahmavid was not enough for you. No, creation and maintenance and to an extent destruction also goes on simultaneously. Right now, aren't things being created, things being maintained and things being destroyed? But we are talking about as a totality, as holistically. The whole creation being resolved. Before the final pralaya, at the end of the kalpa. That is what we are talking about here. So until then you will have to wait. Lamba safar hai. Yeah. You need Brahmaji. Brahmavid was not enough for you. Kya karega? Light and shadow is not a person. Light and shadow is your perception of the truth. How well you perceive the truth. Like clear. This is light, this is darkness. How clear it is. Like that you will gain the truth in Brahmaloka. Either on earth or in Brahmaloka. Only two places. Here local teacher, there Brahmaji is the teacher. There you will have to wait for the end of the kalpa for him to teach. Until he has got no more creation. There is no more sustenance also left. Until the rollback is happening, that's all the sustenance is there. Nothing more than that. So, that's it. Take your choice, he says. Take your choice. Yeah. If I didn't gain the knowledge in one lifetime, I'd rather be born again. Why? 40-50 years का gap है ना, उसका बाद मिल जाता है. That 20,000 years I don't have to wait. Na? Yeah. 40-50 years I can pick up the threads again, find another guru and learn. उधर जाएगा तो 20,000 years I have to wait. What is this? Yeah. But that is me. There are plenty of karmatas who will go there. Difficult. Even for the karmatas to go there, it is difficult. Why? Nobody can do all the karmas and upasanas necessary to reach Brahmaloka in Kali Yuga especially. At any yuga it was difficult. Satyam, Treta and all, फिर भी थोड़ा possibility था. Kali Yuga, forget it. Where are all the great Brahmanas doing even Agnihotra? थोड़ा संध्या वंदनम करता है, गायत्री जपा करता है, oh, I have done lots. Every Brahmana is supposed to be a Nitya Agnihotri. किधर करता है? They'll talk about karma, I have to do this, this is there, I have to go for pradosham, I have to go for this. Yesterday must have been crowded in Shankaramatam, right? Or Wednesday was it? Yeah, Wednesday was pradosham. That's all. Once in 2 weeks. You're supposed to be Nitya Agnihotri. And by being Nitya Agnihotri, you're not going to reach Brahmaloka. That is Nitya Karma. Heaven तक जाएगा. वो भी नहीं करता है, फिर heaven तक भी नहीं जाएगा. No, I do my Sandhya Vandanam every day. That's all the karmatas in Kali Yuga are. They identify with karma, but nothing more than that. They say we do puja differently. North Indian, they don't know how to do puja. So we know how to do puja. बात करता है ना. Anyatha kartam shakyam, they are not keeping in mind. They have a false sense of superiority in this. Yeah, I'm being harsh. Sometimes truth is very harsh to hear. But that is all. Brahmaloka and Kali Yuga, nobody will go. Okay. Udna upasana nahi kiya. You have to live a blameless life, sinless life. होता है कली युगा में? How many of us have given a bribe? None of us have accepted a bribe. Yes. How many of us have given a bribe? I never bribed. No. You paid your lawyer, you paid your tax consultant, he did all the things necessary. You bought a flat, you didn't have black money. The broker said, no, pay me, I will make all the arrangements. You paid him. But the buck stops with you. You are responsible even though you feel, no, I have not paid any black money. This is false notions of justifying your actions. Kali Yuga, without some sort of Papa karma, you cannot live. नहीं होता है. This is Kali Yuga. There is a Yuga Dharma. The Yuga Dharma is like that. You cannot. Huh?
Swamiji, every husband has to bribe his wife.
Yeah, होता ही है. Ask the wife what all she has done for you to bribe you.
Vice versa as well.
So that is Kali Yuga. So the first step itself is gone. Then the amount of karmas you have to do. Agnihotra every day, Darsha Purnamasa every 14 days, Amavasya and Purnima. कोई होता नहीं ये सब.
And also think of the Lord at the last breath.
That's another thing. Omkara Upasana. Yes, Swamiji, I do chanting of Om 3 times before my yoga class. That's not Omkara Upasana.
Swamiji, where does Devanugraha, Devata ki Anugraha, we always say, I think for a Deva to figure this out, how does that work?
See, Devanugraham is a nice way of saying it. Whatever I experience in life is karma phala only. I have earned it. But I don't know which karma has given me these blessings. But we know one thing for sure. Karma phala comes from the Lord. Ishvara's laws create karma phala. Therefore, very graceful way of saying Ishvara Anugraham. Because I can't think of what I have done in this lifetime or previous lifetime. This lifetime I know, मैं कुछ नहीं किया है. Must be some previous lifetime. But what is it? I don't know. And Devanugraham also, even if you are talking about it as God's grace, You need to earn it. You earn it by your japa, your puja, your chanting, your upasanas. Like musicians, Nada upasana is great. Yeah. I told you, I gave you some simple tips. Remember when you said you didn't have separate time for meditation, how to do? Yeah. So that's all part of Nada upasana. Yeah?
Swamiji, we are in this class right now. Hello, Swamiji.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, we are in this class and we do some puja at home also. So can we consider ourselves as
That's all small things. Not to going to Brahmaloka, to gain God's grace in this lifetime. That much is fine.
yeah, that's all.
That's all. So God's grace has to be earned by your own karma. And also other karmas. Karmas of reaching out, helping people. When you help somebody, you help your maid son to get an education, for example. Okay. You contribute to building a temple, for example, or to roads, of course, now and all are BMC work. But if you're contributing for any, putting up, say, a water management plant somewhere, so that that village which didn't have proper drinking water is getting drinking water. They're not big things. Yeah. Doesn't cost lots of money. Yeah. But it calls for some time and effort. So acts like this are also punya karmas, where you gain the grace of the Lord. So there are worldly karmas to gain grace, and there are religious karmas to gain grace, Vedika karmas. Yeah. Living a life of duty, commitment, total, earns that grace. Total duty orientation. Earn that grace. Yeah. A soldier earns that grace very well. Why? His life is hell. You think the soldiers are living a great life? You see them on TV, Republic Day, march past, all spit and polished and everything. You think, oh, you think their life is like that? Yeah. Their life is hell. Yeah. So, all that earns the grace. Yeah. So, a graceful Deva, all this gives you the Deva Anugraham. You know, Deva Anugraham. Yeah. Okay. Therefore, this is it. Chaya Tapoviva Brahmaloka. So, in Brahmaloka, you can gain clarity. Here on earth, you can gain clarity. So, you are right here, gain that clarity now. Two things are necessary in this Vedantic study. One is clarity in terms of exposing to the truth. The other is immersing yourself in the truth. All full-time courses are for immersion. Everyone cannot do a full-time course, so small camps, etc. for 3-4 days of immersion. So do you get it? Anyone who has done that knows your understanding goes to a new level when you do that immersive experience. Yeah. So that's what it's all about. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then little bit of the process also is talking about. The process of Indriyanam pratak bhavam udaya tasmayochayat pratak udpadyamananam matva dhiro na shauchati. Indriyanam pratak bhavam. All your sense organs separate. Okay? Udaya tasmayochayat. They come separately into your system. They function separately into your system, and then they give you a composite whole. Pratak udbadyamananam matva dhiro na sochati. Seems like a funny verse. It is not funny. Look at this. The sense organs keep reporting the world to you. and you keep striving to get that. Therefore, your sense organs and organs of action. By sense organs, he means both of them, okay? By sense organs and organs of action, make a good cause for self-judgment. You judge yourself on the basis of what you do. No? When you say, I am like this only, what are you really speaking? What are you really saying? This is what I want. These are important to me. This is what I do. And out of that, there is a self-judgment. I am like this only. This is me. But to understand that as other than you, pratak bhavam, to understand that pratak bhavam, they come and they go. They are only instruments for you. They are only instruments. Don't judge yourself on the basis of an instrument. At the most, it can only be a functioning judgment. What are you? I'm a soldier. Really? Playing the role of a soldier. I'm more than a soldier, isn't it? I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a brother. I'm a son. So many things. All roles. Therefore, on the basis of what you do and the people you are related to, there is a certain self-judgment. Understand you as different from them. Now, all this is based on your sense organs, isn't it? Your body and mind, in short. Sense organs becomes upalakshana. Body and mind. There is a self-judgment. But knowing them as separate from you, you are that pure consciousness, independent of all of them. Independent of all your roles, independent of any self-judgment that you have made. You are that reality that illumines all the self-judgment. All these judgments are based on the roles dependent on you. You are independent of them. Pratak bhava means this. Then by the help of Vedanta teaching, you understand that I am nothing but pure consciousness. Therefore, matva meaning jnatva na shochati. Knowing them as different itself is not enough. Okay? Yeah. You have to understand that I that is left behind, that's independent of all these entities, is nothing but Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, nothing but that pure consciousness, limitless consciousness. Once you know that, na shochati, there is no grief. Meaning, you discover yourself as nothing but Ananda. All right, how do you go about it? That also he says about it. Some steps he is talking about how to go about it. Indriyebhya param manaha manasa sattvam uttamam sattvadivi mahanatma mahata avyayam uttamam avyakta tu param purushaha vyapako alinga evacha yam jnatva muchyate jantuhu amritatvam cha gacchati. Okay, indriyebhya param manaha. Understand the mind as superior to param from the sense organs. Now, what does the param here mean? The sense organs are dependent on the mind is independent of the sense organs. Though many of us will feel the other way around. Chocolate cake, yaar, come on, khalo. Indriyebhya param manaha, who says just because you have it, you see it, you smell it, you can touch it, you can almost get the taste in your mouth, doesn't mean you have to eat it. Nobody can eat just one. That's an advertising gimmick. That's not fact. That's not fact. It feels like that. Why? Because you have not learned what about impulse control. You have not learned to empower your mind. So you mean to say, I should never eat it? Whether you eat it or don't eat it is your conscious choice, not a helpless decision, not a helpless action. Indriyebhyo param manaha. Manasa sattvam. Sattva meaning your thinking, your reasoning. Sattvam here doesn't mean sattva guna, etc. And then you will go back into food for what is sattvic. Food is everyone, I'm telling you. Sattvic guna, immediately you go into food. Oh, we must eat only. Can't think beyond food out. Intellect, your reasoning. Why? Mind here in terms of mind immediately samshayatma, doubting. Doubt is mind. Emotions are mind. Doubt is only one aspect of it. Mind means emotions. I want that. I want the desire and emotion makes up the mind. Impulses make up the mind. Sattvam, your reasoning. Your emotions are dependent on your thinking. You looked at the chocolate cake, oh wow man, it's great. I'd love it. It says it's so good, it'll melt in your mouth. It is chocolate lava cake. मुंह में पानी आता है ना. Yeah. 500 calories. Only the chocolate is healthy, everything else is not healthy. Okay. Thoda kha ke rehna. Your thinking, your knowledge. You change your thinking, you change your feeling. You know, people will give all examples. Yes, and they think that is God's truth. The intellect should guide the mind like the banks of the river guide. Very nice example. How? They explain the example. Arey Baba, example I know the guides. And I know sometimes the river bursts the banks also. It overflows also. Tell me how. वो नहीं बोलेगा. सिर्फ एग्जाम्पल अच्छा है. कॉमन नो. बहुत टाइम सुना है हम लोग. बहुत टाइम. Like the intellect guides the banks of a river, guides the river. The intellect should guide your emotions, your mind. Sounds nice. Do you forget that it is the river that has made the banks? The river cuts through the soil and as it flows and where banks come up. वो एग्जाम्पल भी बराबर नहीं समझे. कुछ भी बोलने का. If you want to control your emotions, if you want to master your emotions, you have to change your thinking about it. You have a fascination. Cigarettes. Everywhere I go, I see youngsters smoking now. I thought our generation had given it up. Nowadays, youngsters everywhere. Why? There is a certain time of thinking backing it up. It is cool, it is good, it makes you look sophisticated, it controls your hunger pan. These are the reasons, from what I have heard from people. So with that you will feel like smoking, isn't it? Your desire for smoking is strengthened by the way you are thinking about it. So change your thinking. It causes cancer, it can cause heart disease, it can cause your desire for that emotional this thing has come down. Why? Just by changing your thinking. Otherwise intellect बोल के बैठेगा उधर ही, कुछ नहीं करेगा. Nothing. I seen people talking like that, banks of the river example, and remaining as stupid as ever, as helpless as out of control as ever. Change your thinking. Get information. Educate your intellect. Change the process of thinking. Yeah. Only when you change the process of thinking will your emotions change. Go to my website vedicwisdom.in and there is a whole thing put up on that, all that. In fact, that's the first thing I do in the Gita class. When I start a Gita class, second chapter tak to ho jata hai. That handling emotions part I do. Because it is important. Yeah. Okay, therefore, Sattvam Uttamam. All right. Sattva is fine. Now I have certain mastery over my life because of my thinking, my reasoning, etc. Viveka is there. Then what? Sattvadhi Mahanatma. Your intellect knowledge is part of what? Ishvara's mind, Mahanatma, Ishvara. Mahanatma. Isn't your knowledge part of the cosmic knowledge? Your knowledge stands apart of what? You only discover what is there in the world, and a lot of it distorted by your own thinking. Isn't it? That's why science does a damn good job. But it keeps on having to update and correct itself all the time, in any field. Why? Because you don't have all knowledge. Therefore, Ishvara's knowledge, Mahanatma. Sattvat Mahanatma. Mahata Avyayamuttamam. What is bigger than Ishvara's mind? Avyaktam, his Maya Shakti, involves both ignorance and knowledge, creative aspect and power, and tamas, to shut all your mind down. All that is there. Therefore, Avyayam, unmanifest. Unmanifest meaning Maya, backed by Brahman, okay? That is Avyaktat Param Purushaha. What is beyond the Avyaktaha also? What is higher than the Avyakta? Purushaha, the entity. What is Purusha? Is Pureti iti Purusha. That is fills up the whole creation. That fills up whole Maya, on which Maya is dependent on. The pure consciousness. Purushaha. Vyapako alinga evacha. Vyapakaha. All pervading. Where the whole space is emanated from Maya Shakti. And that Maya Shakti itself is dependent on Brahman. Therefore, that whole space, etc., is nothing but dependent on Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is Vyapakaha, all pervading. Alingaha evacha, untouched by anything. Why? With the whole manifestation is a different degree of reality. It's Mayikam. Yeah. Therefore, Alinga evacha. Does the gold really change to become an ornament? How much does the gold change? Only Namarupa is added, name and form is added. You give a name and you give a form. Gold is gold only. Gold is gold in any form. Therefore, Alinga evacha, untouched. At least there is some finitude, therefore you can say some sort of thing is there. Here you are talking of the limitless. Therefore, Alingaha, not touched by anything. Yam Nyatva Muchyate Jantuhu. Jantuhu Muchyate. Jantuhu. Now, Jantuhu is a term. Almost a derogatory term, okay? Almost. Yeah, Jantuhu. Not a Jiva, Jantu. Like saying Jivi. Okay. Why? Because every Jiva suffers from that feeling of I am nothing. However mighty I am, there comes a time when I have to say, I can't. I can't do it. I don't know it. I don't. You have to. Therefore, everyone suffers from a bit of low self-esteem. Yeah. A sense of insecurity. The question is to find what is your insecurity about. Yeah. Yeah. Therefore, that's the whole thing. Therefore, Jantuhu Muchyate Yam Nyatva Muchyate Jantuhu. From its Jiva Bhavam Muchyate. Yeah. Jiva Bhavam Muchyate. No more a Jiva. Then Amrutatvam Sagachyati. It discovers what immortality is all about. That is my nature. I was always immortal. I was always free from time and space, but I took myself as a finite created entity. And went about eking out some happiness from the world. All psychological theories, management theories, all that is for what? Some thoda eking out happiness. They're fine in the functional world, okay. They're fine. Follow them. In your work and all, follow them. It's fine. But understand the greater truth that's behind the whole thing. If you want Ananda, fulfillment, this is all that will give it to you. Anything other than this is a compromise. Yeah, you don't get it. Therefore, amrutatvam muchyati is only here like this. If you get it like this, you get it. Yeah. Otherwise, you don't. Okay, amrutatvam jagati. Okay. Clear up to now or not clear? You want any further elaborations? Especially the new people here. Clear, no? Yeah. If not clear, ask. Don't hesitate to ask, okay? Yeah. Therefore, when he is saying one thing is higher, etc., etc., understand, higher is in terms of reality, closer to the reality. Okay? Not literally higher, not above, beyond, beyond, beyond. There's nothing beyond. It's all here. Where is the sense organ? Here. Where is the mind? Here only, no? Because the mind is beyond the sense organ, behind the sense organ, otherwise, how will you see? No, but mind is beyond. No? Beyond kidhar hai? Only in your brain? The mind is there in every cell of your body. That's why you are alive. That's why you are sentient. Yeah, if mind is only in the brain, I can chop your feet and take it away. You won't know it. Yeah. So, beyond, higher, etc., understand in what sense it's talking about. It's closer to the reality. In that sense only we are talking about, nothing else. Okay. Okay. किधर देखेगा ये? This is Atma, this is, if I know that, where will I get it? Important, Atma Darshanam कैसा हो जाएगा? Like I'll go to Ayodhya for Rama Darshanam. अभी तक गया नहीं, जाएगा एक दिन. Yeah. There is a hurry to go. No hurry. जो उधर है इधर है, जो इधर है उधर है. No hurry. But then why do you want to go at all? It will be nice to see in the external form in that huge temple how it will be. मजा आएगा देखने को. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So, similarly, I would like to see Atma Darshanad Moksha iti uchyate. Atma Darshan से मोक्ष हो जाता. ठीक है. कैसा दिखेगा? This question is like Hagar the Horrible. You know Hagar the Horrible, that Viking, no? In that comic strip. He is telling his wife Helga. Helga is sitting down having a cup of tea early morning. And Hagar comes up to her and says, babe, I am going to Europe on a raid. You want me to get anything for you from there? A natural husband's question, you know. Friend's question. No? Well, if you are ever going to Paris, you might as well pick up some culture from there. Out comes a sword. Don't worry, baby. If it is there, I will get it for you. Okay. So, your question, Atma Darshanam, kaisa ho jayega? Same, like that only. So, he says, answering that question, he says, Na sandrishe tishtati rupamasya, na chakshusha pashyati kaschanenam, hrida manisha manasa biluptaha, se tadhuratmaste bhavanti. Na sandrishe tishtati rupamasya. Nowhere you will find a rupam, an entity called Atma, Brahman. Why? Because the moment it becomes an entity like that, becomes finite, it is Brahman, not Brahman. Yeah. It is not Brahman anymore. Na chakshusha pashyati kaschanayanam. You cannot see it by your eyes. You cannot see it by your eyes or any sense organs, nor by the mind. Why? It's the very content of the knowing mind. Okay. Krida manisha manasa abhikruptaha. It is to be understood in the mind, by the mind, as the content of the mind. Very clear, he says. Krida manisha manasa abhikruptaha. A mind that is not caught up in things. A mind that is not looking to objectify. A mind that is willing to go along with the words of the teaching. That is it. Simple, right here. Watch. Okay. Watch. What is this I am holding in my hand? Someone please respond.
Pen.
A pen.
Pen.
Do you know this pen? Are you aware of this pen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is the I that is aware of this pen? Your knowing mind, isn't it?
Yes.
Your knowing mind. You the knower. Now listen to my question. Are you aware of the fact you know this pen?
Yes.
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 You know the pen. The pen is objectified by your mind. Who objectifies the mind? Because knowledge is in your mind. Knowledge of the pen is in your mind. That knowledge is objectified by you. Who is that I?
The awareness.
The one is independent of the mind. No? Pratak Bhavam, 2 verses back. The one who is independent of the mind is objectifying the mind and the knowledge. What is that? You, the Atma. Not in Timbuktu, not beyond anything. Right here. Right here. The knowledge is objectified by you, the self. Kidhar gaya? Beyond. That's all that is there. Manasa abhikruptaha. The mind is not caught up in anything. The mind will be otherwise caught up. I am thinking of this, I am thinking of that. No. You have to go beyond the mind. Then you won't. Drop those notions. Go along with the words of the Upanishad. That's it. Go along with the words of the teaching. All your meditation and arguments you can do later. Right now, go with the mind and you will see it. In the mind, by the mind. What is beyond the mind? That's the beauty of the teaching. Simple, nothing very complex. How many hours of meditation did you have to do to know the fact that you are the I that is objectifying the whole thing? Kitna ghanta meditation kiya? Meditation has its role. That's why this camp we are doing a little bit of it. From Bhairava Tantra. Yeah. Somebody had asked for it last time, actually, that's why we did it. Okay. Yeah. Some of them, not all of them, but some. Few of them. Yeah. Right here. Manasa abhiklipta, not caught up in anything. Etadhi duram atase bhajanti. Those who viduhu, those who know them. Okay. Amrita te bhavanti. Yeah. They are immortal. Swamiji, I don't feel any different. Yes. You just got an insight into it. Now this I that objectifies your mind, that objectifies your notions about yourself, is nothing but limitless consciousness. That step you have to take. That limitlessness of you have to be clear about, that you are unconditioned by time and space. I have unfolded that before in the Kathopanishad itself, that you are not conditioned by time and space. You objectify time and space. You are not conditioned by them. You are independent of them. Time is nothing but looking at yourself through the flow of thoughts. Remember, what is time? The gap between two events. Two events becomes two pulses of a quartz. Two pulses of a quartz are nothing but two thoughts, two observations, two cognitions. Now, what is there in between two cognition? Myself. I am the truth of time. Is this clear? You have to think on it enough to make it clear. You have to think on it, go over it. Similarly, you are conscious of space. Space is both inside and outside, isn't it? How do you say inside outside? Because you are conscious of space without a necessity of a sense organ. Therefore, that space I objectify. I am not limited by it. Therefore, I am limitlessness. The more the teaching makes this thing clear, the more you will understand. And the more you own it up, Amritaha te bhavanti. Make it a fact of your life. Make a fact of your life. You are immortal. But I don't want to live for a long time. You won't. Your body will drop, but you remain as all-pervading consciousness. Limitlessness, nothing to limit you. Nothing but Ananda. You remain like that. Without any sense of limitation. One with Ishvara. That's it. That is called moksha, finally. By living, you don't have a sense of limitation. You are free. Things go right and wrong. Things will always go right and wrong. That's samsara. That's how the world is supposed to be. Yeah, that's how the world is supposed to be. You think just because you knew the truth, the world becomes different, or what? Huh? Remember Buddha's story? Buddha declares his student Ananda is a wise person. The flowers are showered for Ananda. The Buddhistic expression. It's a way of saying that Ananda is a wise person. So all the students go, hey, one of us have got moksha, nirvana, that's great. And he goes, Ananda, now that you are a wise person, how's the world? Looks around, as miserable as ever. And laughs. Why? That's how it is. The world will be same. You are Ananda. And as Ananda, you are going through life experiences. What's the big deal about it? Yeah, what's the big deal? But Swamiji, you know all our problems, etc. Yeah, I know all of it. Some of it I have gone through. Swamiji, you now become a parent. As a local guardian for 4 naughty girls. So I know what it is. And their warden had a great regard for me, so they would use my class as an excuse and bunk the night from the hostels. So I had to deal with that. And one of them died last month. Yeah, 48, 49-year-old girl dies last month. So I know the sense of loss of someone whom I was as a guardian to. So I know that. You all know. But you are still Ananda. Those worldly experiences are like that. But you are still Ananda. So don't tell me, Swamiji, our experiences are different. Experiences are experiences. Yeah. Mind is mind. You rise above it. You are free. Yeah. Even if you feel the grief, you are free. That's the beauty of it. You feel the grief and you are free. Why? Because you know the truth.
Swamiji,
Yeah?
there is a Zen expression.
Yeah?
Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water.
Meaning what? Continue your life as it is. Yeah, that's what it means. You know, suddenly after enlightenment, everything doesn't change. Your life doesn't have to change. Your life can be the same. Yeah, your life can be the same. No? You can continue your same life, or you can change your life. Olden days, there was not much to do for the common man, except some basic function. So they continued in that. Today's life is more complex, therefore there are a lot of things you can do. What if a wise person decides, I will become an influencer now? Influence people with respect to Vedanta. Acha, kar lo. Good. If you have the skills for it, good, do it. I'll be happy. What difference does it make? What do you do? I'll be a teacher. Good. Those if the people who know don't teach, people who don't know will start teaching. That's a problem. So teach. Good. Mani Baba banega. Good. Ban jao. I have a Guru Bhai. I met him in Chennai last week. Last Friday night I came, late night I came back from Chennai. So Wednesday or something I met him. Mastaram Baba hai. He sits in his place, in his home. He doesn't even have a cell phone. Forget smartphone. Cell phone bhi nahi hai. Only landline. Sit there. People will come, pick him up, take him for a class. He'll take the class, have dinner at someone's house. They'll drop him back. He stays in a small apartment. Kitchen is non-functional. There is no gas or anything. Only a kettle for hot water. Doesn't cook. Food comes to him or he's taken for the food. That's it. Mastaram Baba. Only teach, nothing else. His students told him, Swamiji will put up an ashram for you. Teach. You just have to teach. We'll do everything. I can't handle the full-time students and their problems. Really, I'm not joking. It's not easy to handle full-time students. I know what crazy lot they can be. Why? I was one of them. What all things I've helped handle in an ashram, you all don't know. One day I will talk to you. Maybe in a camp or something, I can sit down and share some of those stories. Madcaps. Ek se badkar ek. Otherwise, you won't become a Vedanta teacher without going through all that. I can't handle all that, Baba. I'll sit down. That's fine. Hugely influential, but he's not using that. He is one person whom I have seen whose circle of influence or power is far greater than his circle of concern. Rare cases like that. But so I went and told him, we are doing this thing. Oh, very good work. You can handle it. You know, someone like me can't handle it. You can handle it. I'll donate some money from my trust. And he did. And he spoke to 2-3 other people also. Please, please. You know, if you have something to donate. And Suresh is going to meet someone next week on that. So you be what you want in life here. Come on. Keep farak painde. Yeah. You're free. That's what matters. Yeah. My teacher said, go and confuse people in Bombay. I came to confuse people. Now my range of confusion is extending. People are attending online also. He said, build an ashram and start creating people to confuse the next generation. I said, okay, I'll do it. Karta hai. Aur kya? Because this generation I can take care of. Those who are in their 20s, etc., I am there. For the next 20 years at least, more, I am there. So not to worry. But after that, what? Okay, so that is what it is. You live in freedom and then you are fine. Okay. So, good place to stop. We see you all next week. And those who have not yet registered for the camp,